Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. Jump the gun just a bit, and we've got a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Third down is coming. Now a little bit farther to go after the penalty. He just couldn't hold his water long enough in the line of scrimmage. It'll be a penalty. Not much of a decision to make there, as the defense will move him back. Still third down, but a little less manageable after that penalty. Might be calling a hot route. Williams from the gun on third down. Finds his big tight end. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Offense trying to catch them napping. Looks as if they'll go for it on fourth down. Fourth down, Williams. He's got it, first down and more. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
Oh, and I love that play call on fourth down. You know, the entire defense was zoning in on that running back, thinking he was maybe going to get a handoff, but they're able to sneak and leak him out of the backfield. Behind the defense, he makes the catch and keeps the drive alive.
Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Williams, he's got it. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
Ball at the 31. Third and short coming. Defense trying to rise up.
Return. Hydro. Go.
Williams looking for a man. Got it. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12.
I think as a play caller, you love to see your guys getting into a rhythm early in the game, right? Third down, you dial up the slant. It's a good route, a good throw. This offense is off to a nice start.
So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
Another nice play on the ground for this offense, and how about it, man? Just coming out the gates like you want. You script those first several plays. They've scripted nicely. First possession.
And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Washington.
And you knew his legs were a weapon, and he shows it to you right there, running it into the end zone. And this offense, man, they are a good offense, and they are in a good rhythm early in this football game. We talked about the quarterback. We talked about his speed. He can make these type of plays. And on the first drive, Palmer, the defense didn't have any answers. They better find something.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to find them, too, just because of that athleticism and just how he can attack defense. His arm, with his feet, the different playmakers surrounding him as well. There's a lot to get prepared for in a week when you're playing against this offense, and I just think they saw everything there on that opening drive. They're going to have to do some soul-searching on the sidelines early.
This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate operate under these conditions. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Berry. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They'll run for it on 3rd and short. Maybe some room here. The 30, the 20. He is in. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
And that is exactly what they wanted to see. They talked about bolstering their speed at the running back spot. They said this guy could do it. And you get a good glimpse of it early in this football game. Palmer, there's one thing to talk about speed. It's another thing to talk about speed. And that guy takes off, erases some angles, and makes the big play early.
It's so true, David. There's so many really good running backs in the country that can make people miss, but when we see them get into the second level, they always get caught. This guy is a little bit different. And now if you're on defense, that's a big alert. You know, hey, if we don't tackle him, if linebackers miss him, if safeties miss him, and this guy gets in the second level, he is taking it to the house. There's a lot of pressure now in this defense to tackle.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's
Turning it on! That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. When the Huskies are moving on the ground like this, you will bow down to Washington.
Yeah, and I tell you what, with all the rain they get out there in Washington, you better have a dependable ground game that you can go to and establish.
Open field on the right. The 20. Touchdown, Washington. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it. The first score of the game for the man who leads the nation in rushing touchdowns.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And the extra point is good. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Running inside, it's Berry. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. LSU quick to the line.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines.
He lets one fly deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
You don't get a lot of chances like that in games, guys. Take shots downfield, and when you get open, you got to finish the play. The wideout's going to wish he had that one back.
Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on 3rd down?
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus what their defensive coordinator on the sideline, I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out, you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25.
You know, these little 1 to 2, 3-yard gains early, they're like body blows in a boxing match, and those gains become 10, 12, 15-yarders as the game goes on and they wear this defense down.
Quarterback may change this route.
Sweep, sweep. Go, go.
Here's Williams to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. A shot toward the end zone. In the end zone, he's got it! Touchdown, Huskies!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's 2nd down.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. Wants to throw. It's Levitt. Going to take a shot. Makes the grab down the left side. Off and running. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, LSU!
Well, we know, David, talking to the coaches before the game, they wanted to get this guy involved. Weren't able to do it early, but they saw the matchup, took advantage of his speed, and it's a long touchdown.
Yeah, and sometimes it takes a minute to figure out what the defense is doing, but then now you figure it out, and now you go to your go-to guy. He has all the speed, man. He can win outside. You want to play man-to-man coverage on him? You want to leave him on an island? It's not going to turn out well.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Nice move there. He's up to 107 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing.
They're going to keep feeding this guy the football, guys. Over 100 yards rushing with that last carry now. We knew coming into this game today, they had to get the running game going. They had to be able to turn around, hand it off, and get positive yards and set themselves up into manageable 3rd down situations. And we've seen them at any area of the field so far in this one have success in the running game. They'll keep that up until this defense proves they can stop it.
No reason to think so far we won't see plenty more offense on display, or will the defense find an answer as we start the second quarter? So after the break, they'll go back to work. He wants to change this route. Throwing, Williams. He's going to fire deep. Pulls it in down the sideline. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. One big play can really flip the script of a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just outside the 30. Quarterback will keep it. There's a crease. And he scores! Touchdown, Huskies! On to attempt the try. And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And he closed the deal by scooting 31 yards for the score. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So the LSU Tiger offense comes out to start this drive. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that. Oh, he wants it all. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up.
And that's pretty encouraging. Like, this defense needs a shot in the arm, right? Like, 2 possessions, they've given up 2 touchdowns. Like, now they try to be aggressive and go after the deep ball right away. Nice coverage. That's a good start to this drive. You know, 2 bad drives, we flush those, we forget about those. See if this defense can get back on track.
And he was able to get away from 1 tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. To the air, it's Levin. Got his man on the outside. Really nice job there to pick up the 1st down and get it to their own 41.
That's a tough pill to swallow if you're on defense. 3rd down, you're blitzing. You're expecting to be able to affect the quarterback, but give this offensive line, these guys, credit because they were able to pick everything up and give their quarterback an opportunity to throw clean from the pocket to pick up that 1st down.
Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
On 2nd and 10, 4 wide out set, trips right. Back to pass. Makes the catch. It's Brown. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
And he threw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. They just keep firing. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
And that's the play the defense finally needed, man. They were getting gashed early. First 2 drives, they gave up 2 touchdowns. They knew they had to be able to get...
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
Man, your goal of a defense is to stop them, is to force punts, and then this is just gravy. Now they go for it on 4th down and medium. On their side of the field, you get the big stop and a chance to switch the momentum here in the 1st half.
and Washington is ready to go back on the attack. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 26.
Here we go. Ready. Red 54. Red 54.
Sends it back in motion.
Ready, go.
Williams throws to the tight end. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. He might want another play.
Ready. 129. Shift. Go.
Williams will pass. A shot toward the end zone. Picked off to stop the threat. All down at the 7-yard line. Good return after the pick, and now they are in business.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
The run inside. It's Berry. Slams his way forward. He'll get 3 out to the 11. LSU right back to the line.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. What a job to lay out and make the catch. Up-tempo for the offense. Gonna run it. It's Berry. Might have a chance. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. Into the house. Touchdown, LSU.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
And they did tack on the extra point. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Washington offense to start this possession. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. Williams, nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh, the offense fortunate to fall on that one, and they'll live to fight another play.
Woo! Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
And the Huskies now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. Couldn't fight his way out of his grasp.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. 3rd down from the gun, Williams. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
Washington sends out the punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Berry. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. LSU quick to the line.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half, and the referees signal for the 2-minute timeout. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. To throw, it's Levin. The sure hands, it's Harris. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
For an offense, slant routes against man coverage are really a rhythm throw. You take your steps, you get the ball out, it's got to be in a good location. Quarterback and receiver on the same page there.
Looking for a deep man. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Let's see what they can get going on this drive as they snap it from the 7. Early movement on the offense will push them back a bit. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty.
Break. Here we go.
The offense changing the play. Here's Williams to throw. Unloads to the right. Tosses it incomplete. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. He's got his man. Makes the grab. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. Lined up in the gun, Williams on 3rd down. And they got him for a safety.
What a heads-up play by the defensive end that time. He saw the ball thrown out to the right-hand side, and he just stopped his pass rush and rallied to the football and made the stop and gets 2 points.
Now on the return. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Can't rest on your laurels as a quarterback. We know how much success he had the last game when he completed over 70% of his throws. This game, though, he's just a little bit off. At times he looks like he's pressing. He hasn't been overly accurate. That's a reason why he's completing somewhere around 50% of his passes.
Defense looks like they're coming. Looking to throw, it's Levin. Dances away to buy time. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Washington stops the clock and uses its first timeout. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up. You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. Third down coming. Running to Green. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Timeout called by the Huskies. That's their second. Gives them a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on fourth down. Well, the offense is taking a chance here, staying on the field inside its own 40. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
It's really early in the game right now, and if it's fourth and short, fourth and medium, maybe I see going for it, certainly. But fourth and long, that's a situation I think you got to punt and just let the game play out. Trust your team.
Got a little grass. Got enough for the first. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Husky.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air, it's Levin. Throws to the wideout. And they can't make the connection.
This really has been a Jekyll and Hyde story for this quarterback. His last game out, he completed over 80% of his throws, but things just not going his way in this one. You've got to give the defense a ton of credit.
On 2nd and 10, a 4 wideout set, trips right. Wants to throw, he's working against the clock. Gets it out quickly.
Quarterbacks love throwing slants to big boys. When you got big targets, man, it's hard to miss them. Great job throwing to a guy that tall, putting it near his body, and he plucks it in for the catch.
That's reeled in, it's Brown. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Caught near the sticks, it's Harris. Turns it on down the left side. He's at the 10. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to adjust the pattern. Throwing, Williams. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here late in the first half. They're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
Fires to the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains. The Huskies want to pick up the tempo. Pulls it in. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Clock still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, we are beginning to see a little separation in the standings. The Week 5 edition of our update show. We begin with Minnesota taking on the Miami University Redhawks. And it's the Gophers trying to stay perfect as they eye a 5th straight win. It's been a dream start to the season, and really this game here today as well. Time to find out if they can finish the job. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside, Mac.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Tight game as we start the 3rd quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the 2nd half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Quick release by the QB. Breaks a tackle, and he might go. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Pulls it in. It's Wilson. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. And the Tigers, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Quick completion to the right. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Running inside, it's Berry. Tackled right at the 43-yard line, and this D didn't let him sniff that first down marker.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
Washington stops the clock and uses its first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. 4th down, and this crowd trying to help this defense rise to the occasion. Calls his own number. Picks up the first down. He hits the slide, and he's converted this 4th down to keep the drive moving.
And I'm not going to lie, that 4th down in medium range is really, really difficult. You want to play pass, you're expecting pass, but offensively, boom, you sneak it in there. That means you knew something. You saw something against this defense that you knew it would work. Great job by the offense, sticking to their guns, calling the play that was a little bit outside the box.
It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's 2nd down.
Well, I think the ball just got on the receiver so quickly. He took his time working his route. By the time he got his head around, the ball was already there, and he just wasn't able to stab it.
High the chains now on 2nd and long. The run inside. It's Berry. There he goes. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. And with that, they've got the lead here in the 2nd half. That's 3 touchdowns in this game, and he's up to 11 on the season.
Hey, we know football gets harder when you start to get in the red zone and the field shrinks. Who needs that? Break the long touchdown run. Nice job by the back. Seeing the hole, exploding through, getting a long touchdown.
Back to throw, it's Levin. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
And these decisions to go for two, you see more and more of it throughout a game, chasing points. And then in the end, you wonder if this just comes back to bite you.
Oh, misjudges it a bit and muffs it. They'll pounce on the loose ball in the end zone, stop the drive, and it'll be a touchback. The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. Timeout called by the Huskies. That's their second. And they'll have to be very judicious as they only have one timeout remaining. Might be changing the route. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So important to keep your concentration. Get off on the snap count, not before it. It's 1st and 15. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. Just can't lose focus like that. You got to know the snap count. Williams got his man in the middle. Stumbled to the ground.
Well, one thing you got to say about this guy is he's very, very poised. He knew he had that defender bearing down on him. He got hit right as he threw it. Still, though, it didn't affect his accuracy. Nice job getting that completion.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Williams looking for a man. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And that's a great start to this second half. That's what you talked about in the locker room at halftime. Don't let them create momentum. Don't let them start to create a comeback. Come back on this first drive, set the tone. The defense doing that right off the bat.
Williams from the gun on 3rd down. Unloads to the wideout.
And I thought the game plan has been so good by this defense, man. They know exactly who his go-to guy is out wide, and they're doing a great job of mixing up coverage, taking that away. Listen, this QB doesn't have to go to him, and that's why I think you look next. Who's your next best playmaker that can make something happen for you? Maybe go find him, because they're locked in on that star out wide.
He's got it. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Berry. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on 3rd down? back to the well. They knew the line they had to defend had to keep him from getting to the 30, and they do it and force a 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Caught on the left side by Wilson. That took nerves of steel to convert that 4th down on the road.
Oh, man, the crowd going nuts. A big-time opportunity in the 3rd quarter to create some momentum, help them go crazy, help them go nuts. But the offense does their job, quiets the crowd, gets the big 4th down conversion.
Running inside, it's Berry. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
Stop is made, but he picks up 4 yards down to the 21-yard line.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative, and that's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. Snags it, and he's open. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
So now with 1st and goal, let's see what LSU does here. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Tigers!
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he tacks on the extra point. So that drive covered 40 yards, and they finished it off with the score from the 4. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Nice return there, and he'll be dragged down at the 34. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Whistle sounds, but they get the timeout called just before the delay of game. And now there will be no more timeouts for them to use the rest of the way. The give to the lone running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Williams looking to the big tight end. Finds space on the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Really nice looking pass there. You think about all the great Washington quarterbacks, right? Warren Moon, the Heward brothers, Mark Brunell, Jake Browning. The greatest quarterback name.
There's some room. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Huskies. This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone.
And this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing. Rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They've featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, He just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. And some room to work. Breaks into the open. He's at the 20. The 10. 2. Goes upstairs.
Love the play call offensively. They knew the defense were crowding a lot of bodies close to the line of scrimmage, and once they were able to get into the second level, all they had to do was make one guy miss and get one good angle. And with the speed that ball carrier has, man, that thing was a sure shot touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Guys, LSU has the lead here. We take a moment to look at the stats of what has been a tight ball game. And he's going to bring this one out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Making side adjustments here. Here's Williams to throw. And the ball's free in the end zone. That's going to be a safety. The offense is back on top of it. This is bad, but it could have been worse.
Nice job by the defense, playing fast, playing physical, upfield, forcing the fumble. They can't fall on it. They can't get the touchdown themselves, but they force the safety and put points on the board.
And the LSU offense will take over 1st and 10.
The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. So working with a lead here, they'd like to put together a long, time-consuming drive and put this thing away. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That's such a nice start to this drive, too, because you've got the lead late and you want to run the football. You want to be physically dominant. Defense knows you're going to do it, and still, on the very first play of the drive, you're able to rip off a long run like that. Great vision there, and a nice job up front with the surge by the O-line.
Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And the running game has been going in the wrong direction. They'll try to get their first positive play of the drive here on 3rd down. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
And I love the IQ by the defense on that play. Like, understand situational football. They're down by a couple scores. The clock is ticking. They need to make big plays. Nice job playing the deep ball and not giving up anything big.
Makes a move. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. Turning it on! He's run out of bounds at the 23 after the big gainer. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
And the Huskies, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern.
Check. 19, fire ball. 19, fire ball. Let it go.
Takes the handoff. It's Clark. He is stopped right at the 21-yard line, and now it'll be 4th down and decision time. Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here.
Go.
Williams to throw for it on 4th. Blasted as he lets it go. Makes the grab and room to run. Touchdown, Huskies. All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
That is such a great job by the offense, putting together a touchdown drive when they needed it most. Not a lot of time left to go, but if their defense can get them the ball back, they've got an opportunity to kick a field goal and walk out of here with a win.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The LSU offense comes out to start this drive. That last touchdown drive tightened this one up, and we'll see what these guys can do coming down the stretch. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
And, man, you gotta love that from your corner. Willing to pull the trigger right away. Obviously, the running back slips out of the backfield. They throw him the football, but he doesn't waste any time. He doesn't hesitate, pulls the trigger, runs at him, makes the nice tackle, and gets the stop.
Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
Big 3rd down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on 3rd down.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Looking downfield, it's Levin. He's got him in the flat. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage.
And this defense just has so much speed. You saw it on that 3rd down play. The offense is trying to get a quick one, see if they can get a block and maybe spring a guy free, but the pursuit.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. 4th down, gotta have it here. And the pass is incomplete on 4th down, but hold on just a second. We've got to see what the flag's about.
They just bailed you right there. They just bailed you.
Man, oh man, those types of penalties just drive defensive coordinators crazy. Was 4th down, now 1st down.